Hello everybody, welcome back to Buzzard-Roost. I am Buzzard. And welcome back to Let's Do This Together. This is week 3. And we'll get started on it. This week, the things I bought was, here we'll just start with this bag here. 15 bean soup. It's a pound and 10 ounces, I think it is. Yeah, a pound and 10 ounces, so almost 2 pounds. It does have the spice pack in it. So on this bag here, the bean soup says it has 16 servings, 120 calories per serving. So as you already know, most things I cut in half as far as the servings. So instead of 16, this would be 8 servings. You could actually, on a family of 4, probably split it in half, split the spice in half, and have 2 separate meals with that. And of course the good old fallback stuff. This week I got 2 pounds of long grain white rice, which we already know is 10 servings a bag, half of that 5. And 160 calories per serving. And 2 bags of Idahoan instant potatoes. Now the reason I got these packs, these were $1 a piece. They're supposed to be 8 servings a piece at 110 calories a serving. I did look at the box. The box of the instant potatoes was cheaper, but you had to add milk, and these are just add hot water, boiling water. So this is one of the items that I would consider putting in my get home bag, but for this purpose we're using it here. So it says a quarter cup dry is considered a serving, half a cup dry for me. What I would also use this for, since it's all mixed up together and ready to just add hot water to it, I may take some of this to thicken up the beans. If you have ever had potatoes with your rice, that is pretty good. And these are flavored already. This one's roasted garlic. It was $1. And this one is 4 cheese, which is $1, which would go great with rice. This one here, the garlic, would go great with your beans or a stew to thicken it, and also give it some more flavor, some more calories. Okay. Oh, and while I'm thinking of it, I forgot on the last 2 videos, I take my Walmart sacks that I'm buying this stuff, and I put it in the buckets with the stuff. It gives you a trash bag for one. If you have enough of them, you could use them for going out and picking berries, or if you got fruit trees, putting your fruit in here to be able to carry it easier, things like that. So I always put these in my buckets. Doing another iodine salt this week. This will be the second one for this month. I don't put no caloric value, if it even had any, or servings or anything like that. This is the Great Value soy sauce. Is $1.37 for this. I went ahead and wrote down serving size is 1 tablespoon, 30 per container, 5 calories per serving. It's really not enough to count as a calories to me, but it does give a lot of flavor. I use a lot of this with my rice. Whenever I've just got plain rice, it's good to add to it. And this week, I got a can of roast beef. This was probably the most, I think it is the most expensive thing I got this week. It's $2.74 for this can. It would be great to add to your beans, your rice, or if you're making a stew. This was, said 4 servings, 70 calories per serving. Now, because of the fat content in this and stuff, it would also be good for absorbing your fat-soluble vitamins. But you could use this whole can if you was making a big pot of stew or a big pot of beans or rice. You could add this whole can to it, and you would have more than one meal, and it'd give you some flavoring. Now with the stew is sometimes cheaper to buy by the can, just because by the time you add all the ingredients. What I would use this is Great Value beef stew. It was $1.74 for this can. 2.5 servings, 190 calories per serving. I would use this to enhance homemade stew. The same deal, it'd go good with beans, it'd go good with rice. So, and that's it on what I bought this week. This week came to a total of $14.71. And we're at a positive of 77 cents left over between the last 2 weeks. Now, some of the things that, let's see if I can find it real quick here. Some of the things in comments that other people commented on. Bennington 76 had got the Armor Treat, which is like the cheaper version of Spam. $1.58 a can. That might have been better than getting this stew for me, or because there's more meat in it, and you could also use it to make a sandwich or something like that with it. He bought tuna pouches for $1. I say he. I apologize if you're not a he. If you're she, I apologize for that. Anyway, bought tuna pouches for $1. Now I buy the tuna pouches. I've bought tuna pouches, chicken pouches, and Spam pouches, but I use them in my get-home bag. And in my get-home bag, instead of regular rice, I have instant rice because it's easier. You just add water to it, let it set for a while, and you're ready to eat. You can throw in a pouch of meat to add some flavor to it. Susan, she had a great find, and I wish I'd thought about this whenever it was Halloween and Thanksgiving. 50 free pumpkins, and she has been preserving them. So that is excellent. You can make pumpkin bread, pumpkin pie. You can do probably quite a few things with them. Now, Cher Min, M-I-N-N, she got pasta at Kroger's for a 1 pound box. I think it was a 1 pound box for 49 cents a pound. So that is almost double what I bought last week for just 1 pound. Apple juice was 99 cents for the store brand. As you've seen on previous videos, I've used apple juice to make wine with it. And 20 pounds of rice for $8.32. I did forget to look at see what the 20 pound bag of rice was at Walmart. I don't know if that's a good price or not, but you figure a 50 pound bag runs after tax about 20 bucks, real close to it. But anyway, those are some great things that were in the comments. I know that there's been some comments, you know, a 50-pound bag of rice or a 50-pound bag of beans. One of the main purposes for these videos is to help people that have not built up a pantry or built up long-term food storage, that, you know, may have just a week of food in their pantry. This is to help build up a more robust food supply, whether it be pantry or long term. Now, what I'll probably, and I know I'll do this, we got one more week for the month after this, you know, one more video to build this more variety stuff, and then I want to start concentrating more on, like, say for example, a larger container of honey, or a bag of 50-pound sack of rice. So now, like a 50-pound bag of pinto beans is going to run you about $30. So that would be, let's say after the next video, I will basically skip a week. After the next video, the one after that, I'm sorry, it's all tongue-tied here. The one after the next video, we'll go through what we got for the month, and that $15 that was for that video will be combined with the next week on getting something larger. Maybe I'll have to look to see. I know the last 3 months or 4 months, Sam's has not had the 50-pound bags of rice, but they've had the 25-pound. And they've also had the 25-pound bag of beans. I don't remember seeing the 50-pound bag of beans last time I went there. But, so, basically have another video of buying, and then we'll have a video on reviewing what we got for the month. And then the next video after that will be a larger purchase. I've got a list of stuff that is not rice and beans, but it's like flour, sugar, salt, honey. I'm trying to think of some other things. Canned soups, stuff like that, to build a real robust pantry. And I'm going to be mixing that in with larger purchases, like I said, of skipping a week and then making a larger purchase. But it's for beginners. A lot of people out there, or several people that sub to my channel, have been doing this longer. I'll use myself as an example. I have enough canned meat for 4 meals a week for a year, and I keep building. This stuff here will go into that, into what I've after my video series. Stuff like this will go into it. Stuff like this, like the instant mashed potatoes, I'll add them to my get home bags. Soy sauce, it'll be added to my pantry to rotate through. But I know a lot of people, there's some people that have more money that they're able to spend towards prepping, food storage. And like I've been reading to you, I'll still read you comments of the finds people have gotten and things that they have done. So, for the beginner, you can start out like this, get some built up, and then start looking at your bigger purchases, your staple foods, stuff like that. But anyway, that's it for this video. I appreciate everyone that's subbed and any new subs that I've got. Remember, hit the subscribe and the bell to get notifications of new videos, and hit the like or dislike. Like I said in all my other ones, I try to respond to most, if not all of them. And even if it's not liked, I will focus on that not like to, address that issue. Remember, only dead fish follow the flow of the stream. Don't be a dead fish. This is Buzzard. See ya.